His head, and there he goes. Abyss gonna clean him up.
Olaf goes down. Everyone's just gonna line up here for Lazzy. He's gonna find himself the Quadra. Give it to him. Pentakill.
Priestley with the quad feed.
Gets the ace. Available, just spin to win all over.
That game was insane.
Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's broadcast of the FACEIT CSGO Contenders League. My name is Eddie, joined alongside Deprive, and we are both very excited to broadcast tonight's match for you all as the Saints go head-to-head in best-of-3 action against the University of Central Florida. Now, Deprive, we were talking back, I guess, behind the camera a little bit about these two teams and how they've performed so far moving into this second losers bracket second round. Excuse me. Can you talk to me a little bit about, the significance of this match, both of these teams?
Yeah, so both teams, did a fairly average regular season throughout this FACEIT Contenders League, right? And, both teams actually ended up in playoffs. So, you do actually see it, University of Central Florida. They got sent to losers bracket by the number one ranked team, the underfaded team, which is RIT White. So, I mean, you can't count University of Central Florida a bad team by any means just because they're in lower round 2. You play the number one team. It's a tough time to play them, and that's how they resulted to end up in here now. But ultimately, yeah, regular season, both teams finished 5-5. However, University of Central Florida did have a higher buckle score, just due to facing more difficult opponents and having the same record as the Saints. So that will put them at a little bit of a slight advantage here as we get things underway. But bottom line, we will be seeing Inferno, Overpass, and Mirage. 3 very, very typical maps. You guys see quite the regular if you watch CS, as much as we do or something like that. But, Inferno, Overpass, and Mirage, all going to be very good maps that all the Saints are fairly well-rounded on. I would say Inferno as map number 1 for the Saints has got to be something that looks good for them because Inferno has been a map that they're so used to playing and that they have so much experience on, whether it be scrims or actual in-game experience. But overall, yeah, Inferno, like we have it pulled up here on the screen, very important for this one. And, if you are on that T side, that being the left side of this map, you're going to want to make sure you can take banana control, which is going to be on that little connector towards the site near Fountain. And then if you want to see the defender side of things, you're typically going to see 2 players go on B to try to defend that B push. And then 3 players go to A as it is a much bigger site with more openings. So overall, bottom line, that's going to be that on Inferno. And overall, I mean, it's going to be a good one. It is going to be a good one indeed. Like we were saying, 5-5, both teams, very even regular seasons. And Zeddy, do you have any predictions for this one tonight?
Obviously, I want to see the Saints take this 2-0. It's biased, sure, but that's obviously the ideal outcome for anytime we come on stream. Is we want to see our team perform to the best that they can. It is important to note, obviously, that this is a best of 3, so we may not actually end up going to Mirage if one of these teams can actually take that 2-0 early on. So it really comes down to how they execute on those first 2 maps. And as you said, the Saints are pretty confident on Inferno. Can you talk to me a little bit about how the Saints play on Overpass? What do they want to be thinking about as they play on that map?
So Overpass is my most concerned map for the Saints. I believe that if they can win their Inferno, that they will, probably end up on map 3. If they lose Inferno, I just see the Saints losing 2-0. And that's my mind on things right now, right? Inferno is a must-win for the Saints just by my kind of way of looking at things right now. Overpass isn't as strong for the Saints at all. So to see Inferno, if we can catch that win there, and at least at a bottom line, even if we do lose the next map, we will still be able to force that map 3 and play that decider. But yeah, like we were talking about, right? Like Inferno, very big map there for the Saints. Overpass is going to be difficult. It's one of their more maps where they struggle on a little bit more than the others. And if they do make it to Mirage, though, I believe that they can take it. If they can get it to the map 3, as long as they don't get 2-0'd, I do believe they can take this series. And like we were talking about, right? All comes down to the Inferno. If they can win that Inferno, I think they'll be able to make it to Mirage, and then they can win that Mirage. And, that's why I'm talking about the Overpass being the scariest of all the maps because that one is the one where I'd say, the Saints don't look as strong on.
But what do you think makes the Saints struggle on Overpass? Like, obviously, we've watched a couple of their games. You and I have casted a couple of their games as well. And those games have always looked tough. But what is it, in particular, do you think is kind of lending that struggle or lending itself to that struggle?
I mean, it could be experience. I mean, it could be just some maps just aren't fit for people right at the bottom line. So to see if all the Saints actually can't maybe they're able to do more teamwork on Inferno, their communication's better, but Overpass, it struggles a little bit just because Overpass is a different map and people like playing different positions. It could be, let's say you have your 3 top fraggers for the Saints playing in, good positions for Inferno, but Overpass, you need 5 good players everywhere, right? So it could come down to so many things. But what I really do see, the Saints making Inferno, Mirage their better maps comes down to just experience, right? Like, I mean, that's the biggest thing at the end of the day is seeing who has the most experience, who has the most practice in scrims, who has the most strats, whose strats are more perfected with less errors being able to be made, whatever like that. So, and I think those are Inferno and Mirage overall. But, I mean, let's see how things go here. We're right around the corner from getting started, and here we go. This is going to be the pistol round with St. Clair Saints starting off on the T side. So with the St. Clair Saints starting off on the T side, I do believe that actually does make this their map pick. So when the team does start on the T side of things, it is typically their map pick.
So it's good that the Saints are able to kind of, take advantage of the fact that this is their comfort map and get themselves started off nicely. A nice little trade here from Moz and Big Fellas. Just in that pistol duel back and forth. As the Saints are grouping up quite nicely together here, taking the 5v1 approaches, and that is going to be the first kill of the round going to Moz, as Unicorn Love is able to take down Rogue Peak as well. So already a nice little 2-0 lead for the Saints, and that's always exactly what you want to see in these pistol rounds, is finding those early kills and being able to force your numbers advantage on point.
Yeah, and to be completely honest, having full control over this B site, I say it all the time whenever we see Inferno, to retake a B site for the CTs is one of the hardest things in all of CS in my eyes. Look how hard, look just where this site is positioned makes it so difficult for the side of UCF or any CT team to break that site. So very good job there from the Saints, like you were saying, getting those early frags, using their numbers advantage, and then ultimately winning the round. 1-0 lead here now for the Saints as we see them buy out Mac 10s, keeping a little bit of money in their bank. And UCF Black, they will be forcing with those heavy pistols.
Yeah, so a nice little soft fight from the Saints to be able to kind of accelerate their lead. And that's a huge grenade actually coming down. That's going to lead to 3 kills for the Saints as they're able to completely decimate the health bars of UCF Black. And now with this 4-2 man advantage, that being said, Moz is quite low. The Saints kind of have to be a little bit careful and play around that health bar, but with a huge numbers advantage and full control over the site, this should be a pretty easy plant on A.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be so difficult here for Scammy and Penny, as, Penny going to fall a chance there, all up to Scammy 1v3. He does get the trade there on a chance, but overall, he's just in such a bad position. Yes, he does pick up that Mac 10, should help him out a little bit, and Moz is 1 HP, but ultimately, you see Scammy falling off here. He's going to save this Mac 10. He got that weapon. Might as well keep it because, they're not going to have anything next round. So to him, at least have a light SMG going in the next round. Going to be very good stuff there from Scammy. And the Saints probably just going to be scanning on the A site, trying to keep their Mac 10s, running off the site a little bit to keep their lives. If he gets touched by this bomb, whatsoever, he is going to die. So, I mean, overall, pretty interesting stuff. Moz keeps his life. Abyss and Unicorn Love going to keep theirs as well. Scammy doesn't look like he's going to get spotted. And here we go, underway for round number 3.
Yeah, well played by Scammy to be able to actually secure that weapon and hold on to that going into the next round. You can see the rest of his team basically stuck on pistols, but he is going to have that SMG advantage. So, not that great when you're playing into some of these, harder buys coming out from St. Clair in this next round. Both Tyler and Chance upgrading their weapon or their artillery as well. But it's something, and any small advantage you can get for yourself does allow for a little bit of outplay potential going into the round. Now St. Clair making a pretty decisive push onto B side here. And currently UCF is, I believe, 5-manning A side right now.
Yeah, because they only have pistols and that Mac 10, right? So they're really taking a gamble saying, all right, let's play A. Let's hope this one, can pay out. But overall, Saints completely hit this B site and nobody is there to be seen. Going to result in them pretty much getting the site for free. And now you will see all of UCF Black kind of rotate over towards, where even is that? They're rotating over towards Banana. So, I mean, Abyss is going to be the first line of defense here, and he's going to know. So he's going to get a little bit of jiggle peek. He will find one, maybe a second. He gets him super weak. Chance going to get cleaned up. Abyss is so close to dying. He's actually going to get hit by Unicorn Love. Oh, man.
This is a good push from UCF Black. They're actually managing to break down into the push and take down some of the members of St. Clair. His Hollywood is very low, however, so St. Clair still holds himself a huge health advantage here. That our grenade comes down, does take down the health bars of St. Clair, but Tyler with the cleanup from the flank, and that's going to be St. Clair pushing themselves to 3-2 0 now, moving into round 4, and an explosive start for the Saints on Inferno.
Yeah, very good start, but you do see the side of UCF Black now have a full buy where you look at the Saints, and they got 2 AKs, 2 Galils, and a MAC-10. So overall, the buy is now in favor of UCF Black, and they are on the CT side. So this could make things real difficult on the Saints. And look at that. See, we'll see Abyss try to get early banana control. Will not pan out as he gets shot down. And now overall, 5v4 game, and going to be very difficult for the Saints.
It's good to see. You know, previously when we've watched the Saints play, it seems that they're usually the ones falling behind early and taking the tempo back later on in the game. But UCF actually played this round 4 rather very well, recognizing that they had the advantage with their economy. They stored themselves up well, and they're able to abuse that here into this push. Now Killer Orb's taking quite a bit of damage, does get a little bit of a trade down into Unicorn Love. Pants falling back, trying to peel off and cover some of those side flanks, but St. Clair still approaching this A side. They're not able to breach quite yet, but they are making small coordinated movements, nearly breaking through that front gateway. But it looks like they actually just might back off and go up banana to B.
Yeah, and that's a smart play, right? If you look at your mini map, there's only one player B, and Moish had a really good job of throwing down util there to really stop that A push. So good stuff there from UCF Black, and I'm quite surprised, to be completely honest, that someone from UCF hasn't rotated to help out Penny. However, you will see the rotation coming now as the util comes through and the push is about to hit. Penny on a boost in a very good position here, looking to find a few frags. He will find his entry there on a Unicorn Love. Oz actually going to get shot down from Moish on the rotation. Now leaves things in a 2v5 up to Tyler and Chance, and they have a combined HP of like 77, so I mean, it's going to be so difficult on them here against these 5 players. But that's a great start from Chance.
Nice headshot from Chance to take down Penny. And it is going to be Tyler and Chance remaining. The bomb has been planted, but it's a 2v4, and both players, as you mentioned, quite low on HP. Chance is going to go down. Tyler is going to find the refrag, but a 3v1, and this should mean UCF will find the time to get the defuse and pull their first round victory of the game, now bringing it up to 1-3. And UCF starting to look like they might be in the lead here.
Yeah, and you know, bottom line, like it all does come down to that money and like that buy, like we're talking about. As soon as UCF gets the buy that they want, you see what they can do with it, right? And that's why CS is such a different game from a lot of other games, right? Because so much of it comes down to economy, and so much of it comes down to what can you buy, what can you not afford. Where you do see the Saints here now, 4 AKs and off, this is their ideal setup. This is the buy that they would want to have almost like 9 times out of 10, right? Because they do have that off, they have those 4 rifles to help it out. And overall, some shots are going down here banana early. Doesn't seem like we're getting anything picked off yet, but Chance will be the one holding the op in hand, trying to find that early pick.
It's definitely interesting seeing Chance on the op. Typically, we either see Moz or Abyss, usually those top fraggers taking onto that weapon. And speaking of top fraggers, Abyss is going to be able to find that headshot onto Penny, but he's going to get dropped as well. Now St. Clair back into a 3v4 situation. It's Hollywood, however. It's quite low on HP. So St. Clair not really quite decided where they want to make this next push. The op is still in the hands of Chance, however. There is the opportunity to, find that initial pick and use that as a space to break through. They're currently playing at a man disadvantage. It's going to be very difficult for St. Clair to actually establish themselves on this point.
Well, Chance is doing a pretty good job of what he has to do right now. He's still playing near that bomb. His job is to rotate that bomb up to his teammates if they get control of a site, while still holding banana control to make sure they don't get flanked. So Chance is doing his job. He's holding his positions. He is coming up here to help with the team now, though, as there is only 35 seconds remaining. And Moish gets actually very aggressive. Will pay off as he finds 2. And now if you're Chance here, Jay, this is completely understandable for what Chance is doing. Completely falling off of this position, going to save that op. I mean, all of that makes sense, right? Because that weapon is like $4,750, whatever. You do not want to lose that.
That very expensive weapon that he is going to hold on to. I was thinking to myself, maybe there's time to run up to B, but I don't think so. I think Chance is just going to fully disengage himself here. And that is going to be the round going to UCF. But St. Clair does manage to hold on to the operator. That will be something to keep in mind as we approach round number 6. But UCF did a great job, playing that early game, allowing St. Clair that early lead, and then winning out on that buy. Is very intelligent strategy coming out from this team. And so far, it's leading them to great success.
Yeah, completely agree with that one there, Zeddy. But now, we see actually Penny bring up the shotgun. You don't see that every day, folks. Penny, let's see what he can do with that one. Going to be fairly interesting. I believe he's going to be playing a close angle in banana. Yeah, just getting ready for it. And you see him looking the other way because he'll be able to tell when a flash comes in, and he's going to turn around right after that flash goes off. But this is a 5-hit towards A with actually, sorry, 4-hit. One player kind of watching that A, B banana push. But Killer Orbs with his MP9 going to get tagged 34 already in the beginning of things here. The Saints going to be mainly on pistols and SMGs going alongside that op. Let's see what they can do.
Chance really needs to get some value out of this operator. So far, it hasn't done too much for him in these last rounds that he's had it, but maybe this is the round where they can find themselves that early pick. And there's actually a flank coming in onto St. Clair. I believe that's Penny. Yeah, Penny is coming around the back. He's looking for that headshot with the shotgun, try to do some damage. He's going to get a lot of damage and actually get the long-range kill into Chance. So that's going to be the operator going down. That's a massive pick for UCF. And now St. Clair doing their best to trap down the roamer, but Maz coming around this corner. I don't think he has the utility to win out on that 1v1 of the shotgun headshot from Penny. Maz can't win that out on a pistol. Never going to go your way. And now St. Clair in a horrible position, 3 versus 5, and all kind of trapped off of A side as UCF starts to collapse and converge on their location.
It always, oh my god, Tyler. I was about to say it always scares me when Tyler is the one with the op in his hands, but he will transfer that over to Abyss. And he's going to get a nice little deal headshot to follow it up. So it does make things a 3v4. Will make things a little bit easier here now for the Saints and what they want to try to do. And oh my god, Tyler going to find another there, and that's going to provide him an M4. This makes things definitely possible for the Saints. However, Unicorn Love with his MAC-10 will fall. Now we see a 3v2. What do the Saints try to do? It looks like they're making their way towards the safe site.
This was going in for the flank, trying to get that plant down, but UCF just had too many members covering too many angles, and it was so difficult for St. Clair to actually touch point. Now for St. Clair, I expect this to be a light buy round. They need to get something. They don't want to give up completely. They want to get themselves into the game.
You buy full here. You buy full here if you're the Saints. So you see, the 4 members buying AKs, and then Chance, the only reason he's buying a CZ rather than a more strong weapon is because he wants to save for that op again in a future round. So overall, they are going to be doing that. Now you're going to see Chance run up here and grab that AK from his fallen teammate being Abyss. And now just like that, they have those 4 AKs.
Yeah, that's makes a lot more sense than what I was saying. I was looking at that and I was thinking, maybe save up for later rounds, but looked like St. Clair was able to manage their economy okay and spend right down to 0 on a number of members. However, it doesn't seem like it's going to be doing too much for them as they actually lose 2 members early on into this round, Tyler and Abyss. Both top fraggers getting dropped very early. And now UCF has a huge advantage again. St. Clair does have quite a bit of artillery left. Moz is sitting on, and just as I say that, he's going to get taken down by a headshot as well. Unicorn Love is going to get the refrag. St. Clair now in a 2v4 situation. Unicorn, that's the second one chance, going to find himself a kill on the board as well. Hollywood very, very low. St. Clair might be able to pick him off as he approaches this point, but Bomb, they haven't decided where they want to plant this yet. They have 45 seconds to do so. And now St. Clair looking for an opportunity to get themselves onto one of these sites.
Yeah, you're going to see Unicorn Love right back here and grab the bomb because they can't just be leaving that there if they want to make their way onto a site. That's what they got to do. And you see the 3 players from UCF Black, they're all stacked on top of each other. So it's really going to come down to the Saints making the right decision. And it does look like Unicorn Love wants to bring that bomb A because his teammate has control over A, except he doesn't have a path to make it there. But they missed the op shot. He has a path to make it there. Oh my god, I was not going to expect that in a million years. That op shot was so crucial for the side of UCF Black to hit.
That was absolutely massive as Unicorn Love able to make that plant. They predicted the movement, but they just didn't have the APM to resolve that kill. However, Unicorn Love is going to get dropped, and now Chance in a 1 versus 3 situation. He has to single-handedly defend this plant, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. That should be UCF getting the defuse as soon as they can locate this bomb. That's going to win out the round as well. UCF Black now on a 4-round streak, holding this up 4-3 as we move into round number 8.
Yeah, and, this is going to be UCF Black taking the lead here, and it's going to make things a lot harder on the Saints. You're going to see them on their pistol round now, trying to keep at least that $2,000 marker so they can buy going into the next round. However, UCF Black really looking to take a 5-3 lead here, build themselves a little bit of a cushion, and their buy is looking better and better. They got themselves 2 AKs, 2 M4s, and an op. And, oh my god, Boyce is in beautiful position. Just shots all at the Saints. And now that's going to weaken so many of the players. Unicorn Love at 2 HP, Chance at 29. And, it's already a 5v4. It's looking really good for UCF Black here.
Already a 5-1 lead, and UCF is just running away with this game. That tactical int, you could say, for those first 3 rounds, allowing St. Clair to get that early lead, and then playing this long game, going in for these later rounds. And so far, they've been able to hold an incredible control over their economy. You can actually see Broke Peak sitting on $9,000 right now. So much cash in the bank for this team, and it's almost impossible to really kind of get a foothold again for St. Clair. They really need to find themselves a come from behind victory in one of these rounds.
Yeah, but one thing I do like to see, if you are from the side of St. Clair, is the fact they're calling a timeout right now, right? I feel like that's actually huge. Like, it might not be thought of that much in most times people are playing, but calling a timeout is really a good way to build your footing again, right? Like you're just talking about the footing, right? Building your footing again, finding your place in the game, figuring out a strat on what you want to do moving forward to try to win some rounds. Because like you were saying, they were on that 3-0 lead and have dropped 5 rounds since. So they're going to say, all right, let's call a timeout. Let's figure out a dead set strat. Let's play to that strat and let's win this round. And I really like to see that timeout coming out from them.
Yeah, of course, taking that time. And already Abyss, as soon as they pass the off over to him, that is going to be an early pick for this team. Now St. Clair with a 5 to 4 man advantage are going to do their best to push up the B site. It is going to be, however, Moish with the 1v3 triple kill. And that's going to completely shut down St. Clair's play. And Abyss did such a good job finding that early opening, and the rest of his team just choked. Oh my god.
I can just hear Moz screaming right now, man. Like, I can hear it ringing in my ears, just so upset about that play. Bottom line, you cannot let that happen, right? Like, Daddy, you have to at least 100%. Get that trade, one of you. To see your teammates go down one by one in the feed like that, never a good sight if you are Abyss or Moz. You're now putting themselves in a 2v4, going to make things super difficult on them. And that's a great start there from Moz, as he does get a little bit of a flank on his B site, but he's going to instantly get traded up from Killer Orbs. Now, Abyss probably looking to save this off or find a little bit of an exit frag. He's just shooting some shots on Banana here. Every single player is going to actually be challenging him down Banana. Got a little bit of a boost going from the UCF Black players. Hopefully, Abyss doesn't get spotted by that boost, but, I mean, man, if Abyss tries to get aggressive here, it's not going to pay off, but Killer Orbs going to find it.
That's absolutely crucial for UCF to be able to find that last kill to round out the round. And now moving into round number 10, St. Clair in a very awkward situation. They've conceded not only the 3 rounds back to UCF after their tempo losing cold streak by, but now they're playing completely on the back foot. And in fact, they're just going to stick on pistols this round and really take things slow and try to maybe get themselves a full buy going into the next round. But UCF is holding an incredible stronghold onto this game. Now the op currently in the hands of Penny is moved off the shotgun back onto that long-range weapon. And this is looking pretty doomed for St. Clair.
Yeah, you do see Moz already tagged down, Chance as well. And, that's not a good start because it makes them so vulnerable, especially with them only having pistols and light SMGs. I mean, it's going to make things even more difficult on them. So overall, it does look like they are really trying to break through this B site. However, it's going to be very hard, right? You're going against Penny with the op. He can just pick off players. And then you also have the player down there towards CT. They will notice Penny there. And they actually do get the jump on Scammy. So there's a very good job of being able to find that jump on that player. That's actually the op too. Oh my god, Chance with a Mac 10 goes huge. Actually gets them an op and should get them another rifle. Chance finds another. Oh my god, Chance.
What an absolutely incredible play from Chance, winning out on that 1v1, rounding the corner, taking the second battle. He knew where the player was and was able to round that out. However, Hollywood coming up for a pop-off of his own. He's going to survive with very low health, but he is going to manage to take down Chance and shut down that hot streak in his tracks. Moz is going to fall as well. Now, Abyss and Unicorn Love against the world, and St. Clair on the complete lack of buy. Only pistols, really. And they're able to win out against the full buy round against UCF. Exactly what they needed to do in that round.
That's what you call getting ecoed, Zeddy. That is what you call getting ecoed, my friend. Very good job there from the Saints, pulling off that eco round win. And it will upset UCF Black in that matter. However, UCF Black, so much money in their bank, they can immediately buy these 5 M4s right back, which makes things so concerning here for the Saints, especially with that nade coming down, tagging Unicorn Love, Chance, and Abyss all down some HP. Yes, they do get a couple shots back onto Moish, but nothing really too concerning for him. And overall, Saints not in a great position right now.
I have to say I do like this choice to pass the op over to Abyss. Chance just wasn't finding too much value with it when they were giving it to him in the early rounds. He did obviously manage to get that last kill in that last round. But honestly was performing better on those lower economy weapons. And now St. Clair getting absolutely flanked down. Moish with the triple kill. Going to go looking for that fourth player and try to round things out. Moz on very low HP, and Moish is going to manage to find that. That's a 4K for Moish. And man, this guy is playing out of his mind. 15 kills on the scoreboard for himself. The top fragger, the only player with double digits currently. And he is just absolutely popping off for his team. UCF now currently sitting at 7 rounds to 4. St. Clair really needs to do something remarkable to get themselves back in this game.
Yeah, really wondering if I can get my guy Danners to hold tab for a second so I can see this leaderboard. Here we go. All right, look at Moish. 15-6 compared to the rest of the lobby. Like, sorry guys, we missed Hollywood's kill there, but 15-6. Man, Moish has been going huge for the side of UCF Black here. And, I mean, it's a great job from him. You got to show some credit where it's due. Abyss does find a little bit of a refrag there. But like I was just touching on, Moish, he's been holding down that A site, making things real hard on the Saints. And I feel like that is part of the reason why the Saints keep resulting back to this B push, because it's a site they can get control of a little easier because Moish isn't there.
Yeah, it's really just play around Moish, avoid him whenever possible, and that is going to be Moish picking up a double kill. However, he is going to rotate over to B and shut down that play. So now Unicorn Love currently does not have the bomb in hand. In a 1 versus 3 situation, they know where the bomb is, but it's just too scary to go looking for it. He's going to try to find himself a pick and maybe double back, but he has to play around all these corners. It's so stressful for him currently. One member of UCF is currently around in that corner. I'm not exactly sure who that is. I believe it is going to be Killer Orbs, and he's going to find the takedown as UCF pushes their victory relentlessly as we get closer and closer to halftime.
Yeah, and you know what? That actually does guarantee UCF Black the halftime win so far because, you know, Saints can only win the next 3 rounds, which would put them at an 8-7 deficit going into the next half. But overall, like, I mean, the Saints, man, like, you gotta find some rounds here, right? You can't oh my god, that nade. Look at how weak they are already. And yeah, just like I was saying, right? The Saints.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. The utility from UCF just completely shutting down the Saints. Only 1 player alive. Unicorn Love, 4 HP to his name.
That was such a flex from UCF, that crazy util. I was honestly flabbergasted at Danners with the hard read onto that grenade, getting that beautiful first-person view. That was an excellent job. Shout out to our observer crew for that shot. That was incredibly scary for St. Clair. That was so dangerous, so much burst coming out of absolutely nowhere. And it's one of those rounds that you do really just to get in the other team's head, completely mess with their mental.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I've kind of noticed also with that Saints roster, right? As soon as like a couple things starting to go wrong, it kind of makes them lose full a little bit, right? Like, I mean, kind of makes them be like, oh, God, like so down, so pissed. Like, just once like one mistake does happen in play, which is something that is quite concerning. However, I mean, you really can see the Saints bounce back from it, and that's what we have to see here. They are on a bye round, second last round of this half. I feel like they need at least 5 rounds to have a good shot of going CT half. So over, like, I mean, man, they need to find this round, but it's already looking not great as Unicorn Love will fall and Chance and Tyler are weak.
Yeah, I think to your comment, I don't even know if I would call that a Saints issue. I think that's just the cons of being a gamer. It gets really, really frustrating when you get taken down early on and lose all of your momentum. It definitely can be difficult to kind of recalibrate and regroup, and we can see that's affecting the St. Clair Saints in this round, currently down 1-v5. You don't want to get clean aced here. Abyss wants to get himself onto the board if possible, but in this 1v5 situation and UCF on the hunt, it's going to be very difficult. That's get tagged down. That is going to be the clean ace for UCF. 1 round out from halftime and 10-4 currently leading from the CT side. Just absolutely insurmountable defense from UCF.
Yeah, Hollywood 15-5, Moish 17-7. There's the only players with above 10 frags in this whole lobby. So, I mean, you got to give credit where it's due, right? Moish and Hollywood really putting on a show here against the Saints. And, oh, my God, you see Penny bring up the auto. You rarely see this. And, honestly, that's honestly kind of Penny trolling a little bit here with that auto out in hand, right? Because I mean, that is a weapon that you don't see in the competitive scene unless, you know, you have a large lead or whatever it may be. And you do see him bring it out. Hollywood will go down there. It does make things a 5v4 for the Saints. Maybe another one as they do spot out this player down in pit. They do clean him up. That is Killer Orbs. Now a 5v3. Good position here for the Saints as they make their way on to this A site. And you wonder, UCF Black, you know, maybe that troll a little bit, not paying off.
I absolutely love this from Moz. He's like, no, I'm not going to lose this half this badly. And he comes in and absolutely pops off, finding 2 picks single-handedly to lead things off for his team. Abyss is going to get taken down by Penny, however, as Penny goes pistol form in the back. He is going to get dropped, though, however. So St. Clair now in a 3v1 situation. Tyler hanging on by, what, like 1 HP? Like, barely hanging on. I just imagine him crawling, bleeding out as he's walking across the map in this 1 versus 3 situation. Now Troke Peak stuck to be a hero, but with Tyler currently hiding around the corner, he knows he's there, and Tyler winning out the 1v1 with a headshot. And an absolutely clutch way to finish out the round. St. Clair pulling themselves up to 5-round wins as the sides flip, and that's exactly what you needed for St. Clair to close out the half.
Yeah, and I mean, you see Tyler getting better and better and better every single day. I mean, like, you got to give, like, and personally, my personal opinion, out of watching all of the Saints play, like, you know, and no matter what title, I know I don't watch some of them, or I'm not aware on some of the other, like, MOBAs, for example, but Tyler, one of the most improved FPS players I've seen throughout all of Saints gaming this
100%.
semester. Is so huge, you know. He went to, I'm like no shade at all, but he went to being a bottom frag to immediately coming at top deck, and oh my god, Abyss with a 3K already will get traded out from Moish, but he did his job.
Yeah, we know this is one of those things we can kind of count on Abyss to do, is just absolutely pop off, especially in these pistol rounds. It just has such good aim and weapon control, and it really lends himself to these rounds. And St. Clair had themselves a huge lead, now reduced to a 2v1, and Moz hanging on by a thread. They know where this last member is, and they just need to find that opportunity to go in. However, Moz getting tagged down very low. Tyler is slowly approaching. He's using that space to get in there. And Moz not going to peek, however. He looked very, very close. That shot just whipped by his head. Now the 1 versus 2 for Hollywood. He is going to track down Tyler, but Tyler's going to win on that 1v1 as Unicorn, or Moz rather, is able to kind of loop around and close that out. And St. Clair yet again winning out on the pistol round.
Oh no, I was worried for a second that I'm observing there. There might have been an update in the middle of the game, but no, not indeed. And you actually will see UCF Black here on a save now, which is something very good for the Saints, right? Because, I mean, it's going to make things a lot easier for the Saints with their MP9s to really break through a site when they only have to go against P250s or Glocks. So here we go. You do see them just holding, you know, each of their respective sites. That's a great nade from Tyler. Won't connect, but he does.
Oh my god, Tyler.
Make it all 4, go for the ace.
Oh!
Tyler with the ace. He got the ace. Zeddy, like we've
No way. What did I
left.
just watch? What did I
Oh
just
my
watch?
God.
That was insane. Tyler coming up onto the high ground, throwing out the grenade, tagging down all 5 members of UCF, and then completely cleaning it up with the SMG. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler, just as we were saying, you know, most improved player in, for like in Saints gaming FPSs, whatever it may be, right? Like, just as we were saying that, he does pull off an ace with his MP9. Absolutely huge stuff there from Tyler. But it does result in them having MP9s against AKs now here, which could be a little tough, but he does find some early util damage, and they actually do spot out Tyler, though. They get him tagged a little bit, but he does keep his life and falls off. Smart play there from Tyler, but he is getting ultimately rushed here now. Killer Orbs gets tagged down a little bit from that molly. But man, the Saints the A defense here looking a little sketchy, but Moz on the flank. Oh no, it's not going to pay off. It's Hollywood will spot him.
A beautiful execution from UCF. Coming off of those 2-round losses, but they are able to build themselves a nice little lead here, finding that early pickup onto Moz. Now going for that approach onto A site. You can see already the difference in strategy between this team and St. Clair, where St. Clair kind of, you know, hovers between 2 points and waits till the last 40 seconds before making a decision. UCF already 5-manning down on A, and you can already see those Saints members rotating down. Currently a 5v1 as Abyss is going to get taken out. This should be a free plant. Tyler going to get the refrag onto Troke Peak, but now a 4v2 situation for St. Clair. They are going to be able to find one. That's Killer Orbs going down. His chance comes up big, but it is going to be Unicorn Love left. And UCF going to be able to take that man advantage and swing that into a round victory now on the offensive.
Yeah. So St. Clair Saints here down by 4, which I mean isn't terrible considering what they were down by a half. You know, I think it was a 10-5 at half. Yeah, so it's 10-5 at half. Definitely not bad if you are the Saints. You know, you are up 2-1 here so far in this half, and they do have a better bye than UCF Black this time around. So I think this is a huge round for the Saints and a must-win round. They already get 50 damage on a Killer Orbs. Unicorn Love tag down to 7 though. That is really concerning. But you know, like I was just saying, you know, you see a Galil and a Mac 10 from the side of UCF, not as strong of weaponry compared to the 4 M4s and the AWP from St. Clair. And Chance with the AWP actually on the CT side of things this time around.
Yeah, don't love that if I'm being honest. And no discredit to Chance. It's just more if you're looking at how this has actually played out with this team. Whenever that AWP gets passed on to Abyss, they're always able to find value out of it, even if it's just one pick. With Chance, sometimes he comes up huge, or it doesn't work, it doesn't accomplish anything at all. And it's a really risky decision to make when you're already at a round deficit. So St. Clair really needs to be able to find something with this these weapon choices here. As UCF is pushing up Banana pretty heavily. They're already committing 4 going around that corridor. And St. Clair's a little bit late on the rotation as they are going to get taken down. Unicorn Love is going to be the first to drop. That last member is going to have to retreat until the rest of his team is there. The plant is going to come down from UCF, and this is already a huge lead.
Yeah, and you know, just as I was talking about last half, really hard to take over this B site. It actually will be one frag. Chance barely makes it out with his life, but ultimately will get refragged, completely shut down. St. Clair Saints will fall, and like we were saying, I mean, that's a round you gotta win if you're the Saints. You see Moish pick up that AWP now. That's your AWP gone. I mean, oh man, just so difficult here for the Saints to try to pull off these round wins. And you know, like you were saying with that AWP and putting it in Chance's hands rather than Abyss's, you know, it does makes sense a little bit why you say you want it in Abysses, but you have to remember Abyss is also, you know, maybe more of a T-sided opper where Chance is more of a CT-sided opper. A lot of it also does come down to what side you're opping on, as oh my god, UCF Black mowing down the Saints, up 13-7 here now. UCF Black very close to closing this one out.
That's 2 perfects in a row for UCF Black. I don't think they're very happy about the fact that they just got aced live on stream, and now they're going to come in super heavy and get the double perfect back-to-back against St. Clair. Incredible execution from this team. They're just so good when they have the lead, when they're able to find that tempo. And St. Clair is struggling to pull themselves back in this game. This is a very crucial round to win. They've completely spent all of their money. And if they lose this, it's going to put them in a very big deficit as we move closer and closer to that game point for UCF. Currently sitting on 13 rounds, need 16 to win. It's an absolutely pivotal round for St. Clair.
Oh, for sure. Like, no doubt in anybody's mind. This is, you know, like you were saying, an absolute pivotal round for St. Clair. Going up against the AWP and 4 rifles, being 3 AKs in the M4. Very good buy from UCF Black. And Penny opening things up onto Tyler. And that is going to make things even more difficult for the Saints because they only have, you know, 2 players playing this defense here. Now, Unicorn Love just spots out a second. Moish had him kind of stuck behind that pillar. You know, now we see a 3v5. Abyss not really going to run into any action over here near this B site. Will spot a 1. Does find that frag. But overall, I mean, nobody's going to be over on that B site anyways. So it's really going to come down to this A defense, which is all up to Chance here now in a 1v4.
Not ideal when you're in this situation. That plant is going to come down. Now Chance trying to get closer to the point. Abyss super low on health. Chance is going to get taken down now. And Abyss, it's absolutely impossible for him to win out in the situation.
Yeah,
he's just going to retreat and hold on to that weapon. He has to. There's no other choice. And I believe UCF is going to go on the hunt for him as they start to push up deeper to see if they can choke him out. But I don't think they're going to be able to find it. St. Clair, they are going to manage to hold on to that last weapon. Abyss is going to be able to preserve that economy. They're still going.
Yeah,
they're actually coming around here. Oh, and Abyss, can he win it out? But he's going to get taken down, and that's absolutely massive. They decide to make the call to go for that push, and they do manage to track down Abyss. He just kept going too far. If I was him, I would have hit out, just camped out in B and prayed. I don't really know what else to do.
There's really no reason for UCF Black not to go hunting.
Exactly,
there, right?
exactly.
I mean, they have the money. They have enough to buy, even if they did lose that hunt. And they'd much rather, you know, maybe lose it like a few $1,000s themselves in order for Abyss not to have an M4 in such a crucial round for UCF Black, looking to put themselves on match point here. And there's 2 very early frags that are going to help out the side of UCF very much so. Penny CS does find 1 as well as one of his teammates being able to find another. And now it makes things a 5v3. Tyler, Moz, and Unicorn Love all with their pistols, trying to do whatever they can do. But I just don't see this one being too feasible of a round win for the Saints. I mean, unless they can really just go absolutely huge.
It's very difficult to eco here as Tyler face checks the smoke and gets taken down by Hollywood. That's the 2K coming out his way as well. And one last remaining member of St. Clair, Moz, camped out in the smoke. I believe UCF know where he is. And Moz going to find the double kill. The double headshot, actually. One shot to clean them both up, but he is going to get taken down. Now St. Clair, in a game point situation, it is going to be the timeout coming from this team as well. They need to regroup and plan out this strategy. They have to win this round and every round up until that match point. This is a very stressful situation for St. Clair.
Two things I want to touch on. I think this timeout should have been called a few rounds ago, not now. You already got UCF blackout match point. Saints should have called this timeout a couple rounds ago and, got their strats situated while they could. Still have a, better fighting chance of coming back and winning this one out. And they would call a double timeout, actually, so they're looking to, really take their time here and plan out a good strat. But the other thing I wanted to touch on, 3 scoped weapons from the Saints, 2 ops, 1 from Moz, 1 from Chance. So pretty interesting to not see that in Abyss's hands. And finally, Tyler with the AUG. So 3 scoped weapons from St. Clair Saints. And that Tyler with the AUG, I mean, I'd hope he's doing that for me, being the best AUG in the NA. But overall, no. Tyler, going to be really interesting to see what he can do with that AUG. We'll be going against Scammy, actually, with an SG as well. So we could see, a little bit of an aim duel going down there between the two of them. But let's see what Tyler can do with it. Let's see what Moz can do with that AWP. We haven't seen Moz have the AWP in his hand yet this game. So, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how things play out in this round.
St. Clair, all or nothing here. 15-7 in the favor of UCF. Black and Moist, the bomb carrier, going to get taken down super early by Moz. Moz coming up, super clutch Chance. Going to find himself a kill as well. And St. Clair off to a great start here. Already up 2 kills. The Molly comes down, and now they're getting choked off the push. And now UCF, for the first time in what seems like forever, scared to make an approach onto this bomb site.
But they still are, and Chance is going to punish him for it. There's in one frag. There's
That's the 2K.
Oh, man.
St. Clair can do this. That's the kill coming out for Abyss. There's only 1 man remaining. St. Clair actually has the ability to find the perfect here. As Penny tries to get in, and he's going to shut that down. He is going to find the kill onto Chance. He's likely going to have to retreat here, but St. Clair on the hunt. They're not going to let him hold on to this weapon. They want to put him back as far as possible. However, $11,000 in the bank doesn't really matter at this point for St. Clair. I think they're just actually going to hold this point here. Not going to let him go through and burn out the rest of the clock. 50 seconds left for Penny. He does have the bomb in hand, but completely impossible for him to touch these points uncontested right now.
Yeah, Moz is ready here to answer with the AWP, and he does so. There's that AWP frag, and now you will see maybe one of them retrieve the other AWP. I'm quite interested on why they didn't pick up Chance's AWP. That's what concerns me a little bit here. You do see another timeout from the Saints. Worked out last time around, so good to see that again. But, yeah, like I was just talking about, I mean, I don't know why that AWP wasn't picked up for Chance.
Hard to say, really, what exactly the decision-making was. There's a lot going on in that round, and, big credits for St. Clair for even keeping their composure in such a tense situation. Actually managing to find that round win is absolutely huge for them. But it is important to note, obviously, the difference in economy between these two teams. UCF is so much cash in the bank, they can basically buy anything they want to. And in fact, most of them will, pretty much fully slotted and artillery on all the members of UCF, while St. Clair, they are able to get some decent buys, but look at those bank accounts looking quite thin. This round goes poorly. I mean, that's the game, but they have to do whatever they can to just keep full buying and really force everything they can into these rounds.
Yeah, well, I mean, Saints' bank account doesn't really matter because, right, like, if they lose a round, they're done anyways. So it doesn't really matter how much excess money they have. It mainly just comes down to, you got to play one round by round and just keep playing in the present rather than looking in the future if you are the Saints right now. So, yeah, they already started off with Unicorn Love falling, which is pretty worrisome. And now, especially with this A push coming out by the looks of UCF Black, going to put a lot of pressure onto these two A players.
And Claire, they need to make the read on this, and they need to start rotating fast. If you're forced into this 2v5 situation, it's going to be absolutely brutal for them. They haven't started moving yet, but I think they're going to have to make the read soon. This Tyler now in the 1v3 situation is going to find one. Going to go for Hollywood. That's 2 now for Tyler. Can he get the third? The 3K, the 4K for Tyler. And now whipping out the grenade. It's going to go in deep. It's not going to connect on anything too super serious. Actually going to get stuck in the ground, but the 5K, the ace.
Oh my God, he got another ace.
The second one in a row. Looks like we got our camera all fixed up. Too bad we missed out on that ace, but we know what happened. We saw it happen. We already saw the last one. We'll just copy paste it over top of that. Tyler coming up absolutely massive for St. Clair, the second ace of the map. And St. Clair is still very much in this game.
Yeah. And I mean, especially when you got Tyler going out and doing that, right? I mean, I was just touching on how he has the AUG in hand and how, you know, we always joke about, you know, me using that gun whenever we play and together and etc. And Tyler, he's been really getting better at it, and it really just shows there as he completely wipes the side of UCF Black, finding those frags. Now, this is huge for the Saints because if you look at UCF Black's money, it is slowly dwindling. So, I mean, the Saints could be looking to force them onto a little bit of an eco round here soon, and that would really help them with their kind of streak of winning a few of these rounds.
So that is going to be, however, Moz pushing up forward. I think Hollywood had the look on him, but decided not to go for that. And now St. Clair, this is going to be Penny nearing that corner. Tyler is there. Is he ready? But he's going to lose out on the duel. Penny's going to be able to find that takedown. And now UCF has the ability to push onto A side. They haven't decided where they want to commit this bomb yet. It's going to be Troke Peak just kind of camping out in the center. Not willing to make a confirmed movement either way, but he is going to start slowly moving up towards Banana. Now St. Clair in this 1v1 on A side needs to take things quite slowly as UCF starts to make a more coordinated push up through that tunnel.
Yeah, this B defense going to be huge here from the Saints. Good to see Chance actually rotate back over to help out a bit, but the push is now through. You're going to have to see the other two rotate as well. Chance looking to find an early pick. Could be huge. Misses the shot. I mean, that was a shot that you have to hit if you're Chance. You're got to be upset with that one, especially when Abyss does fall. Makes things a 5v3. UCF Black going to get shut down by Moz there, so that does make things a little bit of a 3v4, but still very difficult for the Saints. That's going to be Hollywood finding another Unicorn Love and Chance. Last one's remaining, and I just do not see this one working out here for the Saints as UCF Black just kind of have to play.
Nice pick for Chance.
Yeah, like you're saying, very good pick there for Chance.
Good look for Chance as Killer Orbs does peek. Goes out a little bit too far, but now Chance is going to be the one to peek a little too early, and Moish is going to take him down. Unicorn Love against the world. He wins out on the first duel, finding the headshot into Moish, but he's super low. Got tagged down quite a bit. He needs to hide out. He tries to find the second headshot, but he's not going to find it. UCF Black taking map number 1, and it looks like we are going to be going on to Overpass.
Yeah, and just as I was touching on, you know, before this game actually did start, Overpass looking like it's going to be one of our more concerning maps, which is pretty tough to see, right? Because, I mean, I was anticipating if Saints can win this Inferno, they win the game, right? But ultimately it didn't happen. UCF Black just looking a little bit too strong. Makes me a little bit concerned here for the Saints moving forward. However, you just kind of want to see the rest of the squad pick it up a little bit and kind of match what Tyler's on right now. Because I don't know what Tyler's on, man, but it is something else.
He woke up, got himself a nice full breakfast full of protein. All the good brain juices are flowing, and he's just absolutely popping off. The APM is crazy. The aim is crazy. The strategic thinking is crazy. That's 2 aces in one map, and even when you lose, you've got to feel a little bit happy about that. So silver linings for St. Clair, obviously. The teams are going to take a quick break before they get into map number 2, and so are we. Don't go anywhere. This is an absolutely crazy series. Make sure to come back to check. Hopefully, St. Clair can bring this up to map number 3. We're going to be back with map number 2 on Overpass just after the break.